Okay, terrible crap lighting, but too bad. Deal with it. Okay. So, I had a little Edgy McEdgerson kid come by my YouTube channel and drop a nice little turd of a comment on one of my old videos where I was talking about suicide. It was the video where I talked about I found the suicide note I wrote when I was 16, and you know that I had written a response to it. You know, it was that video. And the comment basically, I'm not gonna like rephrase it. I'm just gonna paraphrase it. I'm just gonna paraphrase what it said because I've already deleted it. I didn't memorize it, but it basically said something to the effect of, you know, I wish you would have done it because God, I hate you, quote unquote, narcissistic women being on social media talking about suicide for attention. Really? Edgy McEdgerson, honey, dear sweetheart, your edge is about as sharp as the back of a spoon, and it couldn't cut melted butter. That kind of stuff is not cool. It's really not cool. It's not funny. It's not a joke. Suicide isn't a joke. Imagine coming home and finding your brother hanging in his closet by his belt. Imagine finding your sister face down in the bathtub with an empty pill bottle in her hand. Imagine coming home and finding your mom sitting in the garage, the car running, and there's a hose from the exhaust pipe into the window of the car. Imagine coming home and finding your dad with his brains blown out in the garage, or out in the front yard, or in the shed, whatever. You know, imagine coming home to police and you find one of your grandparents covered with a sheet. They put a bullet in their head. You know, is it funny then? Suicide is not a joke. And making comments like that on people who are or have been suicidal is absolutely terrible. It's even worse when you do it to people who are actively suicidal. Fortunately for me, I'm in a good place. Mentally. I'm in a good place. All that comment did was make me roll my eyes and hit delete and block the perpetrator who dropped that turd on my YouTube. God, I can still smell that poop. Whew. But leaving that kind of crap on the channels of people who are struggling right now, that is horrible. That is inhuman. That is unconscionable. Big word, yay. But that is not right. There is something wrong with you, dude. You're a bully. You don't encourage people who are suicidal to actually do it. You just don't do that. That's not funny. You're not edgy at all. You're just a bully. Get over yourself. Go outside. Get a life. Grow up. And before you do all that, look in a mirror and consider your insecurities. Because what makes you think it's funny to be so mean to people? What makes you think that's okay? It's not. Don't be a bully. Don't leave nasty comments on people who are suicidal, okay? Just don't do that. You're not edgy at all.